Normally you would say like 2 or 3 or 4 bad games would create a murmur amongst the fans. In Turkey, 1 bad pass creates the murmur of the fans.
How different is it from being a player to the role you got now?
I'd say this role is probably the closest in excitement to being a player.
Brad Friedel, great to see you. We remember you as the goalkeeper of Blackburn Rovers, Liverpool, Aston Villa, Spurs as well. I think the last time I saw you, in inverted commas, we were working on a West Ham Liverpool game. Good to see you in person. I think Liverpool got lucky that day.
Well, Liverpool never get lucky. Come on. Yeah, nice to see you too.
But you're now obviously in the transfer market as a club decision maker. Can you explain how you went from player to an advisor at Beşiktaş?
Yeah, so I mean, when I retired, I went through my coaching badges, got my pro license, became the head coach of the under-19 national team, was head coach in MLS at New England for a while, went into the agency world after I got fired from New England for a while. And it sort of morphed into this, people asking me, especially Americans, on consulting services basically for ownership, sponsorship, investment into foreign clubs. And then I worked in media as well, as you know, and I just started getting all this knowledge from all aspects of football. And Beşiktaş contacted me because they didn't have a great season last season, needed to make some changes, and we were in the middle of getting a managerial change as well, and they wanted some help with the last touches on that also. I love living in European cities. I love European football. Played for Galatasaray, had an incredible time there, loved the people there, the culture, everything about it, and I love the chaotic madness that is Turkish football as well. Don't mind that. So I think with having someone with the experience that I have from abroad and also in Turkey, probably leaned them to wanting to speak to me, because it is different, and like everything you talk about is usually in the media somehow, some way within 2 minutes, and it's very difficult sometimes to negotiate in the press. But anyways, it's great. It's a great challenge. We have the Turkish FA also has thrown in some new squad restrictions and relegations, so we had to combat through that. And I know ourselves, Galatasaray and Fenerbahce, are all currently getting through that at this moment in time. So it's a great challenge and good fun. But that's how I got there.
Yeah. How did you find? I mean, clearly you've pretty much done everything, even in a post-playing career as well. But how different is it from being a player to the role you got now?
I'd say this role is probably the closest in excitement to being a player. I found coaching was good too. I enjoyed being on the field, but I didn't enjoy not having the control as much as a coach. And you're only a result away from not having that job. It really is crazy. In this role, it's yes, pressure is on, no doubt, but there's a lot more knowing of exactly what's going on in the football club, which is nice, because as a head coach, not every head coach out there knows exactly what's going on at a football club.
How is your relationship with Gio? I mean, how often do you speak to him?
Every day. Yeah, really good. I think it's important in the role that I'm in that he knows that I'm not there to fight against him at all. We work in Turkey. They work on football in a panic. They really do, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. It's a cultural thing. Every country's different, and one of my jobs is to make sure that the players that we bring in and the players that we release are the ones that are not fitting in his profiling of players, while also maintaining the integrity of the club. So I keep him abreast of all the information on a technical side. He doesn't need or want to know the financial side. That's not his job. So, but every day we speak about the players and the incomings and the outgoings, and he's very, very easy to work with. He's very structured, very organized, and his staff is excellent too. So it's not the environment at the training ground, I assure you, is not chaotic.
We're here at the Transfer Room Deal Day in Madrid. What's happening for you today? What are you looking to get out of it?
I mean, there's a whole host of things that TransferRoom can help with. From setting up even international friendlies in your time in your international weeks and in your mid-season breaks and in your postseason and preseason. So that's one element of it. The other element is to create relationships in areas of the world where we can attract the players needed to win a championship and compete in the Champions League, while also not getting our squad out of whack, so to speak, for lack of a better word, with regards to FFP. So I'm always looking at where we can try to find the talent that costs less with no decrease in the ability of the player. And there are areas of football that are getting bigger and bigger every day, and they're creating and producing better players, and it's impossible for me to know every single person in global football. That's the second reason why I'm here. Third reason is we have had some regulation changes. I know Galatasaray is here as well, where we have to put our squad from 30 down to 28, and we have to go from a number of foreign players to decrease it by at least 4 or 5 players from the ones that we are currently allowed to have. So we have to create, again, relationships if we're going to loan or sell players, but again, not do it in a panic, do it in a way that it benefits both parties. So it's not often that you can go into one room or for a couple of days and meet a lot of decision makers. You have to fly all over the globe to usually get to that. So hopefully this will help speed up the process.
Yeah, I mean, you're an integral member of the Beşiktaş board that wanted to be part and join TransferRoom as well. Are days like today the exact reason why you wanted that?
Well, days like today, and also just the overall. I mean, even day to day, getting information. It's impossible. Players switch agents on a regular basis now as well. And what's listed on Transfer Market or what's listed before could be different from week to week. So when you have the ability to get in touch directly with the club and directly with the player and be upfront about what you want to do, it speeds up the process by months. A scouting, I've just come on board, so a scouting network takes months, and following especially young players a long time, so you can get the correct character. But again, also when you're meeting with people face to face, and there's people here I know and trust as well, and they'll give you the honest opinion about the player. It's just scouting and selling and recruiting is about decreasing the percentages of failure. You never, and somebody coming over to Turkey, the pressure is in certain ways higher than if you sign at Manchester United or Liverpool, because of the way the media culture is and the social media culture is. And a lot of players don't realize that. And, we have an enormous following. I mean, when normally you would say like 2 or 3 or 4 bad games would create a murmur amongst the fans. In Turkey, 1 bad pass creates the murmur of the fans. And
it was
the
like
pressure.
that at Benfica. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it's so you have to be able to sign the correct character of player, and that's, we signed 3 really, really top players in the off season so far, in Gabriel Paulista and Ciro Immobile and Rafa Silva. Knowing they were good players, that was the easy part. That wasn't difficult, but knowing their character, that's where the homework needed to be done, because not everyone would be able to react in the correct way in Turkey, and I mean, all 3 are exceptional people as well as exceptional players. So they're going to help. They're going to help a lot, and they'll be able to deal with the ups and the downs, and it won't be an issue. But you got to be very careful about those things. Yeah, well, we have to balance because of the foreign players and the Turkish players. So we've also signed Emirhan Topçu from Rizespor, very, very good, talented, left-footed, left center back. We've also signed John Kellish, a left-footed winger. That he's 22 years of age, Turkish. We'll look. We've sent quite a few Turkish players out on loan. We've also sold a few players. A few more will have to be loaned or sold. There's no secret about that, which is a shame because you'd probably rather deal in that manner without it being known to the public. But that's not the way because of the rules with the Turkish FA, which I actually don't disagree with the rules either. I think less foreigners will help the Turkish players, so I have no issue with that. But the rest of the transfer window is going to be busy. It will with more outgoings and incomings.
So final question then, with several big teams in Turkey, all with sets of fans believing that they should win the title, how difficult is it to try and think about more just the day-to-day and create that winning culture? And what are the ambitions for this season?
We're one of the big clubs, so the ambition is of a big club is to win. You know, we won. I know it's our version of the Charity Shield, but it's first trophy. So we won that. We want to try to win every competition that we enter, as big clubs should. We have a lot of ground to make up from last season, but I think with the way Gio and his staff have conducted themselves in the preseason and the transfer business that we've done already, we're making really good inroads to that. Success and failure in Turkey are fine margins. They really are. That for people who haven't spent time out there, the quality of the league is good, and the quality of the teams at the top of the table is very good. So I sincerely believe we will be one of the teams fighting at the end, and then the rest is down to good old lady luck at times, and see where we can fall. But things are looking very solid in the momentum that we're gaining leading into the season, and like any season, we'll have to see what happens when we hit that little bump and see if we can quickly come back from it.
Well, Brad, look, it's great to see you. Good luck today. Don't know if you're going to make any actual signings today, but I'm sure you'll make more contacts as well.
Yeah.
Good luck with the rest of the window and for the season as well.